Welcome to Dinosaur Facts that will blow your mind. Did you know some dinosaurs were actually smaller than a tiny modern chicken? Meanwhile, other massive prehistoric creatures grew much longer than a giant commercial airplane. And one beast possessed teeth the size of bananas. Today, we are revealing 10 absolutely insane dinosaur facts that brilliant scientists have discovered over many decades of intense and fascinating research. Prepare yourself for an incredible journey back through time, exploring a lost ancient world filled with towering monsters and hidden evolutionary secrets. Let us begin with our first amazing fact. The famous word dinosaur actually translates perfectly to mean a truly terrible giant lizard. This iconic term was officially created back in 1842 by a very famous British scientist named Sir Richard Owen himself. However, modern paleontology reveals a surprising truth. These majestic creatures were not actually lizards at all, despite their terrifying reptilian outward appearance. Many brilliant scientists around the globe now strongly believe that these ancient beasts were actually much closer to modern birds than reptiles. Imagine looking at a fierce prehistoric predator and realizing it shares a direct genetic lineage with the simple pigeon flying outside today. This massive shift in scientific understanding completely changed how museums display dinosaur skeletons and how artists illustrate these magnificent creatures on canvas. We must rethink everything we thought we knew about their complex biology, their unique social behaviors, and their fascinating daily survival routines. Moving on to our second incredible fact, let us closely examine the legendary and terrifying bite of the famous Tyrannosaurus rex monster. The devastating bite force of a mature Tyrannosaurus rex remains one of the absolute strongest ever recorded in all of natural history. This apex predator could easily crush solid bones using an astonishing force measuring over 35,000 newtons during a single attack. To put that immense power into perspective, that extreme pressure is literally strong enough to completely destroy a modern metal passenger car. Their massive jaws were lined with thick serrated teeth specifically evolved to tear through thick flesh and shatter the skeletons of prey. Scientists have discovered ancient fossilized bones from other large dinosaurs showing deep bite marks that perfectly match these terrifying and giant teeth. Even heavily armored herbivores stood very little chance once the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex managed to clamp its powerful jaws around their bodies. It was truly the undisputed king of its ancient environment, ruling the prehistoric landscape with unmatched ferocity and absolute terrifying physical strength. This brings us to our third mind-blowing fact. Not all dinosaurs look like the giant scaly green reptiles from Hollywood movies. In recent years, researchers discovered that many small predatory dinosaurs, including the famous velociraptor, were actually covered entirely in thick, colorful feathers. These beautiful feathers were probably not used for flying, but rather for keeping warm or displaying bright colors to attract potential mates. So yes, some of the most fearsome hunters in history probably looked exactly like giant angry chickens running rapidly across the plains. Paleontologists have even found perfectly preserved fossilized feather impressions trapped in solid rock, proving this incredible theory beyond any reasonable scientific doubt. Imagine a pack of feathered raptors hunting together in the dense prehistoric forest, looking like large lethal birds of prey seeking food. This discovery completely shatters our traditional childhood image of smooth scaly monsters and paints a much more vibrant and dynamic ancient world. Scientists can sometimes even determine the actual colors of these ancient feathers by studying microscopic pigment structures left behind in the fossils. Now, prepare for our fourth astonishing fact. We are going to look at the absolute largest dinosaur that ever walked the earth. One of the biggest creatures ever discovered by human scientists is a magnificent titan known to the world as the mighty Argentinosaurus. This gentle giant could reach lengths of over 30 meters long and weigh an unbelievable amount exceeding 70 massive tons in total. To help you visualize this immense scale, that incredible body weight is actually heavier than 10 fully grown adult elephants combined together. When this enormous beast walked across the prehistoric plains, the very ground beneath its massive feet must have shaken like an earthquake. Its extremely long neck allowed it to reach the highest branches of ancient trees. consuming massive amounts of vegetation every single day. Finding a complete skeleton of such a gigantic creature is extremely rare. So scientists must carefully piece together massive fragments of bone. Just one single vertebra from the spine of an Argentinosaurus is taller than an average adult human, standing completely upright and tall. It remains a biological marvel how such heavy animals could successfully support their own massive weight and pump blood to their heads. But our fifth amazing fact proves that absolutely not all dinosaurs were towering giant monsters that shook the earth with every step. In stark contrast to those massive giants, some fascinating dinosaur species were incredibly small and could easily fit right inside your hands. The tiny and agile dinosaur known as Microraptor was roughly the exact same size as a common black crow you see today. This remarkable little creature possessed 4 distinct wings, featuring long flight feathers on both its front arms and its flexible back legs. Instead of simply running on the ground, this unique animal could literally glide gracefully through the air between tall prehistoric forest trees. It hunted small insects and tiny lizards, darting swiftly through the dense canopy like a highly skilled aerial acrobat of ancient times. Finding fossils of these delicate tiny dinosaurs is incredibly difficult because their fragile thin bones decay much faster than massive giant skeletons. Yet, these small species prove that dinosaur evolution was highly diverse, creating creatures designed for almost every single type of natural environment. Now, let us jump into our 6th mind-blowing fact regarding the sheer length of time these magnificent beasts ruled our planet. Dinosaurs successfully dominated and ruled planet Earth for an absolutely staggering period lasting approximately 165 million long years. For a clear comparison, modern humans have only existed on this Earth for around 300,000 years in our entire history. That incredible statistic means dinosaurs dominated the entire planet 500 times longer than humans have even been walking around on it. During their massive reign, the continents shifted dramatically, climates changed drastically, and thousands of different dinosaur species evolved and slowly died out. The famous Stegosaurus lived so long ago that it was already considered an ancient fossil by the time Tyrannosaurus rex finally appeared. This immense timeline is often difficult for the human brain to fully comprehend because it spans across such an unimaginably vast era. They survived massive volcanic eruptions, changing oceans, and extreme global warming periods, proving they were some of the most adaptable ancient survivors. If history had just gone slightly differently, these magnificent and powerful creatures might still be ruling over our modern world right now. This inevitably leads us directly to our 7th tragic fact, exploring exactly what finally brought their magnificent global empire to an end. Approximately 66 million years ago, a massive and terrifying asteroid traveling through deep space violently crashed directly into our helpless planet. This apocalyptic disaster is scientifically known among modern researchers as the devastating Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction event that changed the world forever. The impact created a massive crater in modern-day Mexico and instantly released energy far greater than billions of atomic bombs exploding. Thick dark ash and toxic debris quickly filled the entire atmosphere, completely blocking out the warm sun and drastically cooling the earth. Without vital sunlight, plants rapidly died off, starving the giant herbivores, which then starved the massive meat-eating predators that hunted them. This catastrophic chain reaction ultimately wiped out roughly 75% of all living species on Earth, including most of the dinosaurs. Only small mammals, certain reptiles, and a few specialized creatures managed to survive this dark and freezing period of absolute global destruction. The mighty empires of the Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex were instantly reduced to buried bones waiting millions of years to be discovered. It is truly a humbling thought that such unstoppable giants could be completely erased by a single random rock falling from space. But here is our 8th and final crazy fact that will absolutely blow your mind and change how you view the world. Despite that massive apocalyptic asteroid strike, the truth is that these incredible dinosaurs never actually completely disappeared from the face of Earth. A small specialized group of feathered theropod dinosaurs managed to survive the extinction and slowly adapted to the